It's another garlic video. I am on a mission to get everyone to plant garlic, and I will not stop talking about garlic until they do. Garlic is one of my favorite crops, and that's not just because it's delicious and adds amazing flavor to every dish that you put it on. It's also because it can be grown as an off-season crop. So by that I mean it can be planted after pretty much everything else in your garden is done. And then by the time you harvest the next summer, you can follow it almost directly with your fall crops. Now, probably the most common mistake I see folks make with growing garlic is planting it at the wrong time. The key to nice big bulbs of garlic is to fall plant. In most areas of the country, except for the South, you want to plant in the fall. Now, if you run out of time and you have to plant in the spring, there are a few tips that you can follow to get a successful harvest in the spring, and I'll cover those toward the end of this video. But if at all possible, in most areas of the country, you want to plant in the fall. But like me, you may have not fully understood why. Like, why do I have to do that? Why does it make such a difference? You have to excuse my dueling roosters back here in the background. Well, there are several reasons that planting garlic in the fall is important. The first is that garlic requires a natural dormancy period. So a period essentially of rest. And by planting in the fall, you're allowing that to naturally happen. The garlic is going to put on a small amount of growth in the fall after it's planted. You want your garlic to have time to put on some root growth so that it can get a jump start on growing in the spring. It will then, as the temperatures get very cold in the winter, go into its dormancy period. And as soon as the temperatures are right in the spring, it will jump into growing right away. Now, you may do this, and it is still very likely that you will see a small amount of green top growth on your garlic through the winter. If your climate is anything like mine here in Ohio, we tend to get these weird warm spells in the middle of January where it's like 60 degrees. And I've had garlic growing in December, January, February, and then we get hit by a major freeze. Do not worry. If you mulch your garlic with straw when you plant it, that will help insulate and protect those green shoots. The other thing is that in most cases, even if there is green growth up and it gets frozen all the way back, the garlic bulb under the ground is still healthy. It will just send up more shoots once the weather is optimal again. So don't fret too much if your garlic is sending up green growth too early. That being said, that is the danger of planting too early in the fall. If you get a ton of green top growth, that can be detrimental when the freezes come through the winter for your garlic harvest. Now, another benefit to fall planting has to do with the fact that garlic is day length sensitive. So what that means is that garlic is spurred into putting on bulb growth in part by the amount of sunlight that's available through the day. So they will start to put on bulb growth when the day length starts to increase. By planting in the fall, you're setting up your garlic for the optimal timing to start that bulb growth right when it needs to. If you do want to plant your garlic in the spring, you can have success, but keep a few things in mind. The first thing goes back to that dormancy period. Hardneck garlic in particular requires vernalization, and that is a period of exposure to cold. And that is what allows it to form a bulb. If it doesn't receive that vernalization, hardneck garlic will tend to put on just one large bulb, basically, that doesn't have any clove formation in it. So you can mimic that natural vernalization that you would get by planting in the fall by putting your garlic in the refrigerator. The shortest amount of time that I would recommend is 3 weeks. You can do up to 2 to 3 months if you have the time, again, to kind of mimic the temperatures that garlic would receive if it were in the ground through the winter. Soft neck garlic, on the other hand, does not require vernalization, but it will benefit from it. So if you're planting soft neck and you just want to throw it in for 2 to 3 weeks, that will benefit the soft neck garlic as well. Now, there are some gardening companies that sell garlic that has already been kept in cold storage. So that's something you can check too before you're buying garlic bulbs, is if the company has kept it in cold storage already, basically your job's done for you. Another key to spring planting success is that you want to get out and plant as early as possible in the spring. Do not wait until you're planting the rest of your spring crops. Get out there as soon as you can get a shovel in the ground and plant your garlic. The longer you wait, the less chance that you're going to have a successful harvest of garlic in the summer. And the final tidbit of advice that I would give you for spring planting garlic is that you really want to baby it along and give it every opportunity to really surge into growth. So feed it a ton of compost to make sure that it's getting adequate water. Certainly you can do those things with fall planted garlic as well, but I find that my fall planted garlic really doesn't need much in the way of babying. So do you have your garlic planted yet? Drop a line in the comments below and let me know. And if you find content like this helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel, Growfully with Jenna. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.